but the idea too that natural immunity, because this is something that's become a bugaboo. Like, and you've said, like, dude, nature has a really good PR agent. Like, it just sounds cool. Like, natural just sounds better. And you could just say recovered immunity. More data coming out, still kind of saying, well, it's actually pretty good, right? If you've been
As you would expect. It's true for every other virus. I mean, with arguably the exception of flu. I mean, if you've gotten measles, there's no reason for you to get a measles vaccine or mumps or germ or rubella or chickenpox. I mean, you've been vaccinated essentially. But here, and I think it was probably more bureaucratic than anything else. It is not at all surprising that if you're naturally infected, that you will develop high frequencies of memory B and T cells, which should protect you against serious illness. And I think that is what the CDC now has shown. And I can tell you this, I don't think this was a confidential meeting. Hopefully it wasn't, but I was asked along with 3 other people to advise the administration on whether or not natural infection should count as a vaccine. I think that you just have to say, how are you going to show that you were naturally infected? So I think PCR would not be the way I would go. I would show that you have antibodies, say, to viral nuclear protein, just that, because that way you know that you've been naturally infected, because that's not something you would get from a vaccine. So you could do that, for example. So bureaucratically, that's tough. I understand that. But the 4 of us were asked to comment on, did we think natural infection basically should count in situations where the vaccine is mandated? And I was one of the 2 people that said yes. The other 2 people said no. But what was funny about that meeting, so it was Vivek Murthy, who's the U.S. Surgeon General.
He's a friend, yeah.
From CDC, and Francis Collins, who's still head of NIH, and Tony Fauci. So Vivek, who's a very sweet and kind man, started off saying, let's go around and just introduce ourselves first. So Francis Collins goes, Francis Collins, NIH. And, Rochelle goes, Rochelle Walensky, CDC. It's like, we're not asking you to introduce yourselves. We know who you are. It's like, I'm sorry, Tony, what was that last name again? I didn't catch that.